Hi, we're Lisa and Angie. Welcome to another episode of Pep Talks and Prosecco.
If you like what you see and hear, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram and share with your friends and family. We are all about building community.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Cheers, Lise. Happy Sunday!
Cheers! Happy Sunday to you!
Oh my goodness, that Prosecco, it might even taste better each week. I have to say, it's so darn good.
I agree. It's wonderful. And you know what else I love? I love the little Christmas backgrounds. I love Christmas. So this is exciting for me to see you with your Christmas decorations in the background. But what's really exciting is our guest today. And, I have a lot of people ask me, and I know you do as well, Angie, how do we do it? How do we do it all? How do we have full-time jobs and do our Weather Will group and take care of our families? And the truth is we don't do it all, right? And one of the things that we've had to learn is to ask for help. And one of the ways that we've done that is by hiring another team member to Weather Will group, Kelcey, and that's who we have on the show today.
Yeah, I am absolutely thrilled that we are having her join us as a guest, as part of our team, one of our team members as well. And you know what, Lisa, I think it was really hard for us to ask for help. I think there was two components to it. One, it was for us to go, you know what, Weather Will is so successful that we need more people to support us, which almost in a way was really hard for me. And I don't know about you, but I was like, do we deserve this? Is this really happening? But then we also knew at the same time that the time and commitment that we were putting in to keep up with the speed in which Weather Will was growing was not sustainable with just you and I doing it. And so when people say, how do you guys do it all? Well, guess what? Cat's out of the bag. We don't. And you know what? It feels so good. So good. I am so excited for Kelcey to join us and to share with our community, not just what she does to support our team and be part of a team here at Weather Will, but the other work that she has accomplished and how COVID really strengthened her resolve in taking on a new adventure. So sit back, go grab your favorite beverage. You guys all know what we like to drink, and enjoy this episode of Pep Talks and Prosecco. Cheers, everyone. Happy Sunday, and welcome to Kelcey.
And welcome to Pep Talks and Prosecco.
Hi, thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited when you guys asked me to join. I'm so excited. I can't wait.
So Kelcey, you are now part of the Weather Will team. You are our virtual assistant. We are so excited to have you join us. And we thought we would start off today by you just telling us a little bit about yourself, about your business, and what does Kelcey do? What does a regular day look like for her?
Yeah, for sure. And so I'm actually challenging myself. I meet lots of people, and you always ask them, tell me about yourself, and everyone starts off with their job or their career. So my new thing going forward is every time someone asks me, I'm not starting with my career first, because that's not just who I am. So I challenge everybody to do that going forward too. So a little bit about me. I have a son who's 3 years old, and I'm expecting another baby in 27 days when we're recording this. And I live in a small town just outside of Yorkton, and I'm a really creative person. I'm always on the go doing different things. I can never sit still. If anybody knows me, they're like, yeah, that's her. I love to renovate and design and, yeah, like I said, just be creative. And I've been an esthetician and in the beauty industry for 15 years, and that's been my main focus for my career. And then when COVID hit, I had to take a turn, obviously, as most of us had to do a little pivot. And I really fell in love with the online business side of things and social media and photography and all of that amazing stuff. And so now I'm doing both, but really leaning towards the business, social media, assisting kind of part of my career now.
Kelcey, that is so exciting. And I accept your challenge. I
Yes.
love that. You know, Lisa and I have had many conversations about how we identify ourselves when people ask questions like that, even when we're introducing ourselves with respect to weather will, and the labels that we apply maybe confine us. And to, you know, we just, or I accept that challenge. I'm guessing Lisa does too, wholeheartedly. I love that. I'm going to take that on. And I am just in such admiration of how you've had this established business, you have these skills, you've been successful, but then when COVID came along, you used that as an opportunity to learn something new and to discover maybe some additional strengths that you hadn't had the opportunity to explore further before, and you use those to create another business that it sounds like you're going to want to be pursuing even farther. And Lisa and I have, you know, directly benefited from this, you know, new direction that you've taken as a result of COVID coming along. And so we definitely are benefactors of that. But I have to be honest with you. When Lisa suggested, she was like, you know, I really think we need a VA. First of all, I didn't know what that meant. I was like, I don't know what a VA is.
Like,
I know what Prosecco is, but I didn't know what a VA was. And she's like a virtual assistant. And I was like, oh, I don't know about that. And it was because I didn't understand what a virtual assistant did, how they could contribute and help build our company. And once I learned about that, it just made so much sense to me. So I'm hoping you would just take a couple minutes to share with our community, what the heck is a VA? And what are some of the things that you do and you offer to companies, you know, such as Weatherwell Group, but I know that you support many other companies as well.
Yeah, and I'm kind of figuring out what a VA is too, right? And everybody needs something different. But if you just think of it in your office or your actual one-on-one interactions, your in-person businesses, we all have assistants in some shape or form, and we have a team around us that help us. But when it comes to our online businesses, we assume that we have to do it all. But that's just not the case. And there's virtual assistants, just like people in office buildings have assistants or secretaries or admin assistants and things like that. So I'm that exact type of thing, but in the online virtual space. And it's quite crazy because I have worked with so many people for months and months now, and I help them grow their business, and we've built such great relationships, and I haven't even met most of them in person. It's so bizarre, but it's amazing that the technology that we have now, and especially with COVID and everybody learning to pivot and make things work, that you can help assist people from virtually anywhere in the world, which is so cool.
Amazing. It is so cool.
Very cool. And you have become such an important part of our team, keeping us organized, keeping us on track, making our social media pages look absolutely flawless. You know, it's the highlight reel, and thank you so much for doing that for us. And Kelcey, you know that we like to talk about habits and those daily practices and routines that we implement that help us maximize our day and, you know, stay productive, and also make sure that we're taking care of ourselves first. But we're curious, what are some habits that you implement or some daily practices that you have that you feel just really help you to make the most of your day and ensure that it's a productive and well-balanced day?
Yeah, for sure. And I will say before I go into it that leading up to COVID, I was I was a workaholic, and I didn't really have a work-life balance. And I think COVID was really a blessing for me personally, because I was able to really form some habits and create a balance and do more self-care for myself. I think if you hear it all the time, you can't, you know, pour from an empty cup. So you have to really look after yourself. I think limiting screen time and setting boundaries with your phone and your computer is really, really important for habits. Setting an alarm, and at least I know that you try not to hit the snooze button, and I've tried to accept that challenge, but I'm struggling a little bit. But I think Yeah, it's really hard. But I think whatever you do, it's just, even on the hard days is when you really have to push through and keep doing it, because it takes a really long time to create a habit where you don't have to think about it anymore. But one of my biggest things that I do to stay on track is I have a calendar that everything goes in. Like, it is drive to work from 8 to 8:30. Like, I put everything in my calendar, and it sounds like a little bit control freakish, but it really just helps me stay on track, and it really helps build and create habits that work really well. So
now, Kelcey, I know you've watched every single episode of Pep Talks and Prosecco, and not just because you're part of our team and we pay you, but because you are a cheerleader for us. We do this.
I wasn't here before I was on payroll, so.
So you know what's coming next. It's the hot seat. We like to wind things up before we wind things down, weather wheel style. So I have 10 questions for you, and I'm hoping that Lisa is going to be able to be our official timer here. We'll wait for Lisa to tell us she's ready to go. Catch your breath.
Are you ready? We are ready to, just one second. Sorry. And we are ready to go.
All right, Kelcey, you just shared with our community that you're going to be having a baby soon. What has been your number one craving?
McDonald's French fries.
Favorite movie?
Oh boy, anything Hallmark Christmas movie.
What advice would you give your teenage self?
Don't be so stupid.
Bucket list destination?
Vietnam.
What brings you joy?
My son.
Oh, your favorite song?
My favorite song?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's even called, but it's like that annoying country song where he's like dancing in front of the trailer, and it's like...
All country songs are annoying. Pet peeve.
A pet peeve?
Pet peeve.
Entitlement. So not working hard for what, and thinking that you deserve something without working for it.
So you told us about a good habit. What's a bad habit, though, that you just can't shake?
Oh boy. I'm running out of time. My bad habit. I'm really impatient, especially with technology. It's bad.
Your favorite habit that you can't live without?
My calendar.
And who inspires you?
Honestly, I'm not just saying this, but you guys. Lisa has like believed in me when all of this pivoted, and we've been doing photo shoots, and now I'm working with you guys, and she kind of just like pushed me to do that, and I appreciate you guys. So that's the honest truth. So.
Aww. How did we do for time?
Way over, but it was so much fun and really touching at the end. So we don't care about the time.
We really don't.
Kelcey, thank you so much for joining us and having a little chat with us today. We truly do value you and the work that you're doing for us. And we were just so excited to be able to introduce you to our community. So thank you so much. And we can't wait to meet that new baby of yours.
No, I'm so excited. Thanks so much for interviewing me. This was so much fun. I love it.
Thanks, Kelcey. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I don't know about you, Lise, but I think we made like a really good staffing and hiring decision there. Like, Kelcey was amazing. And you know what, Kelcey? Challenge accepted. I love that you tossed it out there to our community about really being careful, intentional, and selective about how we identify ourselves when we introduce ourselves to whomever it may be.
Absolutely. And I loved what she said about we are so much more than what we do. And so I'm going to accept that challenge as well. And, you know, she said that we inspire her, but truly I've been inspired by her for a number of years now. She's resilient. She's courageous. She's brave and takes on new challenges, and they work out for her. So I'm just so thrilled to have her as a part of the Weatherwell team. She is certainly helping us out and helping us grow. And it was so fun to sit down and chat with her and, you know, get to know her a little bit more. So thanks to Kelcey, and thank you for joining us for